Okay guys, well what we're going to do right now is just review the level system in terms of the goals that you're going to be trying to achieve. And then from your end, and also you'll be working with Chelsea on this, the rewards that you're going to be providing her for achieving those kind of things. And so just to, kind of get you guys back up in terms of, understanding what we're really targeting here. Remember that we've got 3 goals. We got a first level goal, second, and third, and each time we go up a level they're going to become a little bit more difficult. And so our first level goal is just the absence of misconduct reports. You just don't want to hear anything from teachers or police or anyone else, and if you get that, you'll accomplish the first level. Now in your case, the second and third levels are going to be pretty much the same. That you haven't really had much of a problem that way. So Jill, you had indicated that you would want her to be getting the same,
right.
or doing the same thing. So that would be the second, third. Substance use, we're going to do the same thing throughout, just no use of drugs or alcohol. And if you accomplish that, then you'll accomplish that goal. As far as curfew, what we're going to do is we're actually going to start off with 11 o'clock on the weekdays and then go down to the weeknights at 1 o'clock. And one of the things that was interesting is that it really depends on what the family wants to do as far as, is the curfew going to be going up or is the curfew going to be going down as the levels progress. And we had originally set up, I think you had wanted them to go down, that
right.
you'd want to see, instead of 11 o'clock in first level, you'd want to see her coming down at 10 o'clock in the second level, 9 o'clock in the third level is what we were shooting for.
Yeah, because she's just coming home at all hours right now.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Now I think that what happened was, though, is that you had gone and you guys together talked, with Chelsea, and you had brought up some good points, that if I'm doing all these other things, can't I have my allowance maybe increased? And so I know you guys haven't had much of a chance to talk about that beyond just the idea of it, but it seemed like Chelsea was actually pretty reasonable in terms of wanting to see that happen, as long as these other things were going on, which she says were the important things, and that you're calling in, which is also something on our level system. How would you feel with that? Because you might be monitoring her some of those times. If we said instead of 11 o'clock for the first level, we kept it there, but then if she's able to accomplish that and the other things, that we actually increase it to like 11:30 for the second level. What do you think about that?
I mean, that's fine. I mean, right now she's just having trouble even coming home at 11. So
Okay.
I guess, it'd be great if she could come home at 11:30.
Okay, so and that's fine with you too?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, good. So we'll actually change this a little bit. We'll actually increase the time, and then we could either keep it the same for the third level or perhaps slightly increase it. Chelsea said she's fine with either way, and
I'm just
wants to make
confused.
sure.
Is the curfew a reward that she's getting, or is it kind of a
yeah, good.
something that she has to do in order to earn rewards?
Well, she will have to make it by these curfew times, but in a sense we are giving her more flexibility. So in a sense it's a reward. She's getting to stay out a little bit later, but it is a behavior or a goal that she's still having to shoot for.
Okay.
So we could either keep it 11:30 or we could increase it.
This is weekend time?
Mm-hmm. Well, this is weekdays.
Oh, yes. No, I think, 11:30 sounds awfully late on a weekday.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Well, we could even bring that, keep it 11 o'clock in the weekdays throughout, second, third as well, and then maybe give her a little bit more on the weekends.
Yeah, I think I would be good with that.
Okay. So does that sound good with you? We're going to keep it at 11 o'clock throughout, second and third level.
I guess so.
And then we'll are you going to be able to do that? Is it guess? You're not really too sure.
I'll be able to do it.
Okay. So maybe on the weekends, we had a 1 o'clock, and then we reduced that to 12:30 on the second level. Maybe do you think we could allow her to stay out a little bit later than 1 o'clock? Maybe something
I
like.
really would prefer her not to be out later than 1 o'clock. So.
Chelsea had said on a phone call that she could see as high as like 1:30 might even be good, but she didn't want to go past that.
I mean, I guess if Chelsea says that, I feel like that's just so late for a teenager to be staying out, but.
Right. Well, he did say that, currently she's not coming in at that time now.
That's
And
true.
so at least this way you'll have it so that she's, trying to get into a discipline to make sure she's getting it. What do you think?
I guess, yeah.
Okay, so we'll just switch that to 1:30. Now again, on the guessing part, shows hesitancy. Are you going to be on board that way? And
I mean, yeah, I just, like I said, I'm hesitant about her even being out that late, but I guess if,
well, remember that
Govern.
she will be calling in. At the second level, for instance, every 2 hours she's going to be giving you a call,
That's
or
true.
Chelsea a call. So you're going to be able to do that?
Yeah.
Okay, so we'll put it at 1:30, but let's keep it at 1:30 for the third level too. Okay. Now the other thing would be just in terms of informing about whereabouts. So anytime you change a location outside of the house, you're going to let your parents know, or I should say let Chelsea know or let Jill know, what's going on that way. And then once every hour for the first level, once every 2 hours for the second level, and then looks like every 3 hours for the third level. Okay?
Okay.
Can you do that? All right, then communication, talking calmly and truthfully throughout. First level. Second level, we're actually going to add 10 minutes of conversation, so you'll have to initiate that, right, Joy?
Yeah.
And then we're going to go up to 30-minute conversations, through the whole time for the third level.
Okay.
So we'll be asking you to get more involved in letting them know what's going on in your life and talking about things. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Actually, and I just noticed that the third level is when you actually start to initiate conversations. The second level, you don't have to initiate; you just have to maintain that 10-minute conversation. And then your chores, I already put them down here on the paper. If you guys look at that, you can see that in the first level, you got to make your bed. Wednesdays and Saturdays. Let's see, pick up your clothes in your room on. Looks like that was part of making the bed and picking up your clothes was on the Wednesday and Saturday. That every Wednesday and Saturday, that's when you're going to do that. And then washing dishes Monday and Wednesday. That's first level. Okay, and then second level, you can see that basically we just increased it by a day for making your bed and cleaning your room as far as on the days. Then we're going to get laundry, putting the laundry away. Was that every day or?
No, I think that was just once a week.
Okay, and I think that I'm going to check off, was that Saturday I think
Yeah.
you said? Or something? Okay, then washing the dishes Monday and Wednesday, cleaning the bathroom on Saturday, and doing the dishes Monday and Wednesday, so it increases a little bit. And then basically this third level, we're pretty much doing all the same things, except we added vacuum on Saturday, and looks like folding clothes on Tuesday and Sunday. Wiping the counters also in the bathroom, and scrubbing the toilet, and wiping, mostly just wiping the counters and cleaning that up. Okay?
Okay.
Yeah, all right. And so this would be the thing. I'm just going to hand that to you. So that would be what you do there when you want to find out if she did the chores for the day. And then work, you don't have to work, but there is something, I know that school's been a big issue. We've got 5 classes, and I'm going to show you this form right here. Let me let you hold that. So basically, of those 5 classes, in order to get a check for the day on level 1, you got to go to 4 of them. And you also have to have 3 of those classes needing satisfactory conduct, okay? So we're starting off fairly easy that way, but a little bit better than what's been going on. But second level, we're going to increase to 5 classes, so they all have to be attended, and 4 of them have to have good conduct. And then lastly, we're going to have 5 classes with 5 perfect conducts. And so what you'll do, Joy, is that you're going to give this to your teachers, right? At the end of the class, you could do it inconspicuously, or you could just give it to them. Most students don't really care. And you see I've listed your courses here, and then you just have to have them indicate if your conduct and your achievement was satisfactory, and then you just have them sign it. Okay, each of your teachers, and if they have any notes, they can write it down here, and then that's how you're going to monitor what's going on. So Jill, I'll actually hand that to you, but you'll need to make some copies of that, or that we can do them in the office after. Now here what I did was, this is the actual recording form. So you'll notice that I put all those things that we just talked about over here as goals, you know, so good conduct, for instance, and I put in the left margin, just to make it a little bit clear, I put, you know, no misconduct reports. I put the curfew time, weekday 11, weekends 1 o'clock for level 1. So I got you all in here, and all you got to do is just put a little check by each of these things. And then I've also put the rewards down, a little summary of the rewards, which I hadn't talked about. Did I have them over there? I don't think I did I? Okay. So what I did was, if you remember, we talked a little bit about some of the rewards on this worksheet here, and all I did was I transferred those rewards over here for the first level, right underneath this column. And, you know, so you've got $10 a day, you know, and that includes your lunch, though, from what I understand it's about $5. So you have a little bit of extra cash, a ride, a dessert or meal, cell phone, being able to use that, a TV or Wii up to 2 hours, an hour of privacy, and a computer time for an hour, right? And then a shirt every 30 days of consecutive checks for all of these things. And then 180 days, you'll get a $3,000 bonus, really, to be able to apply for a car. Okay, so it's huge. So you're going to be working really hard to get all these things done. Now, how this is going to be, you know, gone over is, I'm going to show you that in a second. But let me just ask you guys this first. I put down here this form. You could read it, but basically it says that you're going to provide those rewards, and you're going to go ahead and commit to doing them. And all I need to know is a time when you guys could review it, or Chelsea could be in there instead of you, Jill, to review it. What time would that be?
Every day, I guess let's do. Well, the problem is that she's not always home. Maybe we should review it
In the morning.
in the morning for
You could
the
do that,
day
sure.
before.
Okay.
Before school.
So maybe before school, like 7:30.
Okay. Is that good?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, great. So here's how I want you to do. I just want you first to sign, and we're running a little bit late today, so if you could just go ahead and sign that as quickly as you can, we're going to be awesome. I could fill in the dates later, don't worry about it. Okay, and now you're going to sign it from your end. And now I'm going to show you how to actually review this thing. Okay. So we've got this as a contract, and here's how it would be. So every evening or every morning at 7:30, Joy, you're gonna basically just come up to either Chelsea or Jill, and you're simply just going to say, here's my level system. Now, as soon as they get it, they're then going to go over these things, and we're only going to want to use encouragement, or basically just letting her know that she missed a particular check.
Okay.
And there will be an opportunity to do makeups if you or Chelsea want to allow her to do that. But she'll always have to do more of whatever would be necessary. So, for instance, if she forgot to tell you about her whereabouts, maybe she could, practice, showing you or making more whereabouts the next time, so letting you know. Or maybe she could do some more chores around the house or something like that. Ideally, you want those makeups to be relevant to whatever she may have, not been able to do. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started. And here's how it would sound. Hey, so Joy, thanks for giving me this chart on time. And I see here, today is Monday, so I got the date up here. And didn't hear about anything for misconducts yesterday, so I'm giving you a check. I didn't notice that you didn't look like you were on any substances. You were walking nice and clear. You were doing your homework. You seemed like you were really attuned to things. So I actually think you were substance-free. Were you? Indeed. Okay, great. And you came in on time for your curfew, and actually were a little bit early. I appreciate that, and you're being really responsible. And you actually went out a little bit later too, which I was particularly glad about because you made some time to get the homework done. Also, you did let me know where you were at, throughout the day, or when you were out there, and that was nice. You told me when you were heading over to Sarah's house, and then You know, in terms of communication, you did great. We talked really calmly, and in fact, you actually initiated a conversation, even though you didn't have to, and I really enjoyed that conversation. In terms of chores, just to look at the chore chart, let's see here. Yeah, making your bed. I noticed that. Now, on Monday, though, washing the dishes was something that you were supposed to do, and you didn't get those in before you had left. I know you were probably really in a rush and everything, so I won't be able to give you a check for doing the chores, but we could potentially do a makeup. Now, the dishes, of course, they're pretty messy, and also the kitchen counters are a mess and everything. If you wanted to do that, I could go ahead and give you a makeup. Do you want to do something like that?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And now I can't give you that until you actually do it. And what'll happen is I'll put a little M by the did chores on Monday, you know, and you can get that as soon as those chores are done. Does that sound good?
Yeah.
Okay, great. And then, but please try to get into the habit, because I won't always give out those makeups. And then lastly, you know, I saw from your form, I really appreciate you bringing that in, and you know, you've got all your satisfactories throughout for your conduct and your achievement. You've been doing beautifully in school. I really think you're doing great, and so way to go on that. You get a check on that, and that means that any of these rewards that are listed here, you're able to get, you know, for today, you know, so anything that any of these that you want. So I'm actually I don't have my wallet with me, but before you go to school, make sure that I gave you the $10, and if you need a ride, dessert, certainly you could use your cell phone. Oh, I just thought of something. Actually, you will have to do that makeup before you go off today if you want to get all those things. Otherwise, I will have to hold those things off.
Okay.
What do you want to do on that?
Do it today.
Okay. So remember, at 7:30, we're running a little bit late, so you'd have to do it right now. But if you do, then you can get an hour of privacy. Just let me know when you need it, and then the computer for an hour. Okay. And that'd be your first check for the earning for the shirt and that car that I know you want. Okay, so did you notice how I did that? So any questions about how I did that?
No, so like if she
Okay.
wasn't able to, you know, do that makeup before school and she did it when she came home, would that still be okay to give her the reward later when she came
Yeah,
home?
absolutely. She'd just have a delay on it, and remember that since everything's going on a kind of a delayed basis, she'd really only have half the day in order to have the rest of those rewards. But yeah, you could go ahead and handle it however you think would be appropriate. So what I want to do is for actually, let's pretend like we're doing this for today,
Okay.
and go ahead and try to, you know, go through there. And again, we don't have too much time right now, but I'd like to see you go through it to see how it would sound.
Okay, well, Joy, today's Wednesday, and so yesterday, let's look through, yeah, you had good conduct, you were pretty well behaved. Yesterday, yeah, you didn't seem like you were on any drugs or drinking or anything. You were pretty clear-headed, it looks like, so I'm going to give you a check for that. You were a little bit past your curfew, about 20 minutes past your curfew, but maybe today you could come home like maybe an hour earlier, and then I can give you a makeup on that curfew. Could I do something like that?
You could, and you know, it's totally in your discretion if you want to do that. It was only 20 minutes, it wasn't really a whole lot. She did
But
something
I really
else.
want to make
maybe
sure
it'd
that,
be
like,
okay.
you know, give her 20 minutes and then 30 minutes and then 40 minutes.
Exactly. So that's why it's your choice. I mean, you could just basically, you know, like generally speaking, like if you're going to give out makeups, a lot of parents, you know, they'll want to do like maybe not the same makeup for the same behavior. Like maybe they'll do
Okay.
one makeup here, and then if a week later something else happens. But it is important to get used to the idea, and Joy, this is very important, that these makeups aren't to just be assumed that they're going to happen. It really is your decision.
Okay. Well, I think, I mean, you're pretty close, so I'm going to give you the opportunity to make the curfew up today by just coming home an hour earlier. You did tell me where you were going, and you called me when you went to the movies, so that was good.
Now just remember though, if you do that curfew an hour earlier, that she won't be able to get the rewards
until
10 o'clock at night. So probably that makeup may not work
Okay,
for today
so
at least.
Do you have a makeup that you can think of for the curfew?
It's a good idea asking her for her thoughts.
How about if I only, or I leave later, or I like.
What do you mean leave later?
So instead of leaving, like, I would usually leave at like 7 o'clock or something and stay out until like 10. Like, what if I like leave at like 8 o'clock and then come back at 10?
Okay, so you're home for a little bit longer and.
Oh,
yeah,
I
she's
see. You're
gonna
gonna wait a
home
little
for
bit longer.
She's
Oh.
coming in at the same time.
So
Yeah,
nice
maybe
problem
you
solving.
could get your chores done or your homework done during that time. So that was some good problem solving.
Excellent for letting her know that you appreciate that. You're good at this.
So you did your chores and we did actually talk yesterday, so that was some good communication.
Now, what I would recommend too on those chores is we're gonna, I kind of separated it here, and maybe I shouldn't have, but we'll have the chores and the daily report that she'll provide you, and usually you want to have that kind of underneath, and then you
Okay.
kind of take a quick look at it. Now, if you kind of get used to it to where you don't need to refer to that, that's great, but it usually solves a lot of
We
misunderstandings.
made the bed and we went out last night, so she didn't have to do the dishes.
Okay.
We actually went out to eat as one of her rewards from the night before, so that
Okay,
was good.
beautiful.
So, but she did make her bed. That was great. She did a good job in school. I know that she did attend all of her classes actually, and she had the good satisfactory conduct and achievement, so that was good. So, yeah, I think just if you can maybe spend an extra hour here today, maybe I can give you all those rewards, the money or any of the rewards you want.
So remember that she'll get the money. You would have to actually hold off on giving her the $10. So that would be a good example where even though that $10 is kind of bundled into your lunch and everything too. So you're gonna have to make up your lunch yourself, but you won't be able to buy the lunch at school.
That's actually kind of good because then she'll be more likely to not want to try to do the makeup because she gets the reward, but
Yeah,
she doesn't
usually
get
the
it till
makeups
later.
have to be a little bit more. So wonderful. That was exactly what to do, and you could even mention about the bonus rewards that you could earn.
yeah, it looks like at the end of the month here you have 3 checks, so you only need 27 more, and we can go shopping.
Mm-hmm. Good, excellent. And now, so actually, I'll let you hold this. So you got everything you need, and you guys, that's exactly how you would go ahead and do it. Now, sometimes she's not going to be able to do it. Let's pretend like there was a situation where you didn't want to give her makeup and she didn't do it. Let's say, for instance, that that she came late and she's an hour late, and you don't want to give her the rewards and so forth. She's not going to get that
Right.
check. Try to see if you can give her the feedback that still sounds encouraging, but yet lets her know that she's not going to get it. And I'd like to see what your reaction is going to be like, Joy.
All right, so Joy, it looks like you had a fairly good day yesterday. You did a lot of the things on your goals. You told me where you were, and we had good communication. You did a great job in school, but you missed your curfew by an hour yesterday, and you didn't let me know where you were. And I know there probably was maybe a reason. Maybe you were stuck in a movie, or you
Excellent.
didn't have your phone with you. But I'd really like you to. We were really trying to work on the communication and getting you home on time. So for tomorrow, I'm really looking forward to you getting in on curfew and letting me
Excellent.
know where you are. And I can't wait to give you some of these rewards down here.
Very nice. And then that assumes that she knows that she's not going to do that. Now you listened to her, and do you have anything to say?
Yeah, I wish I could get the makeup, but I know that I can't get it every time. And like, I should have just came in when I was supposed to, when I said I was going to, and I should have called when I said I was going to. So I get that that's my fault, and I don't always deserve to get a makeup.
Okay, great. Well, that's exactly a perfect situation. So good. We'll go ahead and we'll put that into practice, and we'll see. What did you guys like about your interaction there?
I think it makes it a little more positive. I mean, I feel like sometimes we're always just so frustrated with each other, and I'm having to scold her and get on her, for not following the rules. And she's 17. I don't want to be scolding her like she's a 10-year-old child.
Right.
So I think this maybe makes our communication a little more
Gives her
positive.
more independence. Excellent. What do you think? What did you like?
I like that she didn't assume that I was like doing something bad because I didn't call.
I know that's been something that you've been upset about in the past. So,
Yeah.
so this is really nice because it kind of puts it very clear about what kind of things are expected, you know, from everyone, and you know, it should help out quite a bit. So, excellent. Well, I think that's about it for today.